Hi, it's Carden here, and I want to talk to you if you're a small business owner or an entrepreneur who right now is feeling the impact or feeling some fear around everything that's going on with the coronavirus. Even if you haven't felt impact at this point, we know it's coming, right? We know this is affecting the economy, and I want to talk about how you can really thrive in a situation like this or in circumstances like this as a business, and you can actually come out stronger than you are right now. And I want to encourage you to let you know that millionaires and wealth are created in recessions. And so you have more opportunity than you realize to not only be a sustainable, thriving business, but actually to expand and to capture some of the opportunity you have right now. So I want to give you some real strategies that you can implement into your business right now, and some tactics that you can do to help you relieve some of the stress and the pressure that you may be feeling, but actually put you on a better course for profits and for success in your business. So the first thing I want you to know is that you need to look at how to optimize and maximize your business. And a lot of business owners and entrepreneurs, as things are good, the economy's good, money's rolling in, clients and customers are rolling in, they don't really have to be very good or efficient at their business. A lot of times they don't even watch their finances. The money's flowing, so it's not a big deal. Well, now's the time for you to step up and become a better business owner. And it's the people that step up and grow through this and really become better at what they do. It's those people that will be in a much better place, not only throughout this whole situation, but they'll be in a better place at the end of this, and they'll be the ones that will dominate the market. So the first thing I want you to think about is, how can you optimize the things that are already going on in your business right now, even if you don't get any more clients, even if you don't get any more customers. Now, it's not likely that's going to happen, but let's just say if you don't get any, how can you do some things different in your business right now to put more money in your pocket? So let's talk about what you currently have going on, okay? You currently have customers and you have clients. So how much have you been in touch with those people? How have you been nurturing those relationships and being there for them? As you're feeling the stress, other people are feeling the stress too. So this is where you want to have compassion. You want to nurture the relationships that you currently have, all right? So number one is take care of your current people. Customers and clients are hard to come by. So how can you take better care of them? If you take care of them right now, they will want to stay with you for a long time. So what can you do to let them know you're in this with them? We're all going to go through this together. And if there's anything you can do, any questions they have, anything that you can help them with, you are there for them. So nurture those relationships. One of the things that people do is they tend to sort of step back and hide, and they think they just kind of hide out. And for example, this is a good example actually. When I was building health clubs, one of the things that I did consistently is we were always reaching out to people who were not coming into the club. And I went to conferences a lot, to, business conferences and everything, to build my business and get better in business. And I would hear people over and over again say, we don't do that. We don't want them to remember that they're paying us if they're not coming in, because then they'll cancel. Look, ethically, this is not the right way to treat business. Treat people right and they'll come back. And so, even back then when we reached out to people and we checked on them, we just showed care and concern that they weren't coming in, that they weren't using their memberships. Did they cancel sometimes? Absolutely. But then sometimes they came back, right? Because we treated them in the right way. You need to do the same thing. Even if people cut things back a little bit with what you're trying to do with them, even if you're working with them and they're paying you on a monthly basis and they cut back a little bit, it still is about doing the right thing and treating people right. And don't try to hide out, and don't try to ignore and just wait. That's the wrong approach, and that's the wrong thing to do as a business owner. So this is first. take care of your current customers. Also, nurture your current customer list or your current prospect list. So maybe you've got a database or you've got an email list. Now is the time to nurture those people and reach out to them and become top of mind for them. More and more people will be online right now. More and more people will be aware of their emails coming in. More and more people will be paying attention to what's going on. So now is the time that you can step in as a great business owner, as a great entrepreneur, and stay in front of people and address the situation. And again, just showing care. And who knows when we come out of this, how many of those people, now you'll be top of mind, and how many of those people will turn into customers. So nurture your list, all right? Or nurture your leads, whatever you want to call your list or your leads. The third thing is follow up. How many people have you spoken to that you didn't follow up with them because things fell through the cracks or you got too busy? Now's the time to reach back out to them and follow up and just check in, see how they're doing, see if there's anything they need, see if there's anything that you can help them with at this time. So these are 3 things you can do right now in your business to start optimizing your business. All right. Now let's talk about how you can actually get some profitability going. Of course, you might get some profits from this, right? But let's talk about some other things that you can do to create more profitability. The first thing is to look at the waste. In every business, there is waste. A good example might be inventory. All right? Maybe you've got online tools and things that you're not using anymore that you should have cut off or canceled a long time ago. All right? Inventory is another place where small business owners spend a lot of money, and there's a lot of waste. Instead of really tracking what you need to be spending, only buying what you need instead of letting things sit around or hoarding inventory. This happens a lot. They're so afraid they're going to run out that they sort of hoard inventory. Same reason why people are running out and buying all the toilet paper, right? They're hoarding it. So don't do that. Look at how you can control your inventory and only purchase what you need. So tighten up your systems and your processes and only spend what you need to spend in your inventory to get you through without your quality going down in your services. The next thing is, look at where there's waste. What are you spending money on that you're not even using that you need to cut back? Now, I am not a fan of cut when things get tight. What I am a fan of is optimize, and maximize. And that's really what I want to share with you. The first thing people want to do when they get in a panic is cut. I've been on the other side of this, where as a business consultant, even though I was helping people make a lot of money and I was helping them save a ton of money, they still in their mind sometimes would look at me as an expense. It didn't matter that I made them hundreds of thousands of dollars. It just doesn't make sense. Don't trip over dollars to get to dimes. You need to think smart, and you need to be smart about what you are doing. So how can you cut things that you are not using? Cut things that are not serving you, okay? And I'm not talking about cutting things that are driving your business. We're going to talk about that. All right, the next thing is look at inefficiencies in your business. Okay? There are always inefficiencies. Maybe it's in your systems and processes. Maybe it's in your employees. Maybe it's in your tracking systems. What is it? If you don't know, you can't fix it, right? So look at inefficiencies. I don't think I've yet to work with a business who didn't have inefficiencies in their business. People that were costing them money, places they were leaking money because they weren't efficient, giving up profits. There are always places where businesses are leaking money. So look at the inefficiencies in your business, because this is where you are leaking money. So again, you don't necessarily have to cut things. You just have to like plug the holes, plug the leaks. All right. So start looking for things in your business that fall into this category. The third thing is look at your marketing. And you need to increase the ROI, and you need to invest in marketing right now. And I know this sounds crazy because you're probably thinking, I can't spend money on marketing right now because things are tough. But here's the thing. That is what is going to drive your business and keep you sustainable. You can't cut. It's kind of like taking food away from your business. It won't survive, right? It will starve to death. Marketing is the oxygen to your business. The first thing business owners want to do is cut their marketing. And you know why? Because they don't even really know how it's working. They don't track and measure to see how the marketing is working. If they did that, it's like buying money at a discount. When marketing is working well, it's like buying money at a discount. And so why would you cut that off if you're making money from your marketing? It makes no sense. But here's why they want to cut it, because most of them have no idea if it's working. They're looking at it as an expense, and if your marketing is an expense, you've got a problem in your marketing. So you've got to fix the marketing so that you are buying money at a discount with your marketing, that every dollar you're spending, you're getting a huge, tremendous amount of money back. You know, I can think of one of my clients. When I first went in to work in their business, you know, they didn't really have a tracking and marketing system in place so that we knew how the dollars were working. And when we did that, we found out areas where he was wasting a lot of money, and we found out areas that were working really well. And we were able to reallocate those funds into the areas that weren't working, and we were able to actually pour that into the areas where his marketing was working. Then we were actually able to recreate his marketing strategy, and long story short, we were able to save him close to $50,000 in profit that went right to his bottom line, while getting an 1,800% return on every dollar spent. That meant for every dollar he spent in his marketing, he was getting $1,800 back. So talk about buying money at a discount. But here's the thing. If we didn't look at that, if he didn't know how that was working, he could have just made this irrational decision to cut it all off, and then his business would have suffocated because he had no oxygen. So marketing is a place where there is a lot of waste. If your marketing is a waste, you don't have a good strategy, and you need to fix the strategy, and you need to pay attention to what is going on. You need to have a very clear picture of what's working, what's not working, where your marketing is making money, where it's not making money, and you have to get this dialed in. Now is the time to do this. But again, it's not the time to cut your marketing. It's the time to make your marketing work. Because if you can do that right now, you can actually pick up market share where a lot of other people will be cutting their marketing. You'll also be able to pick up ad spend right now a lot cheaper. As people start pulling back and there's not as much demand, you'll be able to run ads cheaper, and you'll be able to hit a bigger portion of the market and actually get customers and clients from your competition. So again, it's not about cutting it, it's about optimizing it. Now that brings me to the next point, is your sales. Optimize your sales. Again, you might be getting leads, but are you closing sales? And then do you have an upsell or a cross-sell or a downsell in place to maximize sales? So if you can increase the average sale coming into your business, you don't need as many customers. There are 3 strategies that can do this: is an upsell, a cross-sell, a downsell. These are 3 strategies that can increase the sales for every customer and client coming into your business. So if you can increase them, you will not need as many customers and clients. So again, it's about optimizing your sales process. Also, how many sales are you closing? If your closing can be increased by 10 or 20 or 30%, this will also help your business thrive without as many customers and clients. So closing more of the sales, more of the prospects you're getting in is a huge area where businesses and entrepreneurs leak money and waste money because it costs them more in marketing, and then they're not closing the sales. So these are all areas where you can increase your profitability, okay? So look at the waste in your business. Again, it's not about cutting expenses and things like that. If you can, that's great. But it's not as much about cutting as it is about looking at what's being wasted. The second thing is look at inefficiencies. Again, look at your staff, look at your team, look at how much money is being spent even on things like gas. If you have a service-based business where you have trucks or vans, I'm talking to all kinds of business owners here, not just entrepreneurs. And so you have to sort of filter through this and see what pertains to your business or what applies to your business. But I will tell you that inefficiencies are one place where every business almost leaks money. If you're an entrepreneur, you're probably leaking money in your business by having things fall through the cracks or not being able to keep on top of everything. Maybe you're losing customers because you've been too busy. All of these things are inefficiencies. So you've got to look at the areas in your business where you can do a better job here. And then look at your marketing, your ROI. Do you have a track and measure system in place? Do you really know what you're getting for every dollar you're spending? And then how can you reallocate funds if something is working really, really well? How can you pour more into that area, and how can you cut back the areas that aren't working? And then look at your sales conversion. How can you increase sales? How can you increase the average ticket? And if you can do this, again, your business can thrive without as many customers and clients. So I want you to look at these areas. These are all things that can turn your panic into profitability, and they will give you more control over your business. You'll feel more empowered and more positive as a business owner or entrepreneur because you're going to know in your heart that you're doing everything that you can do to be a much better person in business. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is to look for your opportunities. Right now, you have huge opportunities where everyone else is pulling back, tightening up, holding on, hoping, right? You have opportunity all around you. So let me give you an example of this. One of the things that I hear over and over again from small business owners is, we can't find good help. Nobody wants to do these kind of jobs. We can't find good employees. And here's what I want to tell you. When the economy is good, everyone gets out there and they want to start their own business. It doesn't mean everyone should be in business. Basically, they've created a good job for themselves, but let's face it, when tough times hit, a lot of people go away as far as being business owners. And they decide, you know what, I'm going to go back to work. I'm just going to go get a job. I'm going to get a paycheck that I can depend on. Well, you as a savvy and strong business owner can now take advantage of this opportunity. So I want you to think about getting ads out there for help. Now people are going to be looking. A lot of people are going to be getting laid off at this time. And even when we come through this, it will take a while for the economy to recover. So people will be looking for jobs again. You know, it's been an employees market for a lot of years. Now it will become an employer's market once again. So you will be able to have your pick of some of the best people out there who were business owners who can now come and work for your company or for your business. So your first opportunity is going to be in being able to get better help. All right, so what I want you to do is be proactive and get out there and start looking for good people. And I want you to start thinking about expanding instead of contracting. See, most people will contract at a time like this. They'll start cutting back. Again, they're holding on. They'll hope. They'll wait it out. what I want you to think about is how can you expand at this time? This is a chance to maybe get a low interest loan to expand your business, or to look into a new opportunity that you've been thinking about but you just haven't taken advantage of. How can you do something different from your competitors so you can stand out against them at a time where things are going to be tougher, right? All of these things can help you really thrive in the marketplace today. Look at what the needs are out there. What are you willing to do that your competitors are not willing to do? All of these things can help you thrive. You know, in 2008, in the recession, my husband and I had just made the decision to expand one of my health clubs, and it was before the recession hit. And we secured a 6-year lease for hundreds of thousands of dollars and a loan, a huge loan, to do the build out on my new health club. And so we expanded that, and we put everything we had on the line for that loan and for that lease to be able to expand the business. And it was if we failed, we were going to lose everything. We were going to lose property, we were going to lose our home, we were going to lose everything that we had worked for so many years. And we just knew the time was to expand. So we made the decision to do that. We took out the loan, we invested in the lease and all of those things. And about 2 months later, the recession hit. The housing market bubble burst. The housing market just crashed. The stock market crashed. We were in a full-blown recession, and people were losing everything. And I knew that failure was not an option. But then on top of it, I had a low price competitor come in who basically knocked off my entire health club, built this brand new, shiny, new health club with everything that I had and then some, because they had money and they saw the opportunity and they had money to burn. Basically, they put in this big health club, and now I not only had to fight the recession, but I had to fight this brand new competitor who was definitely going to hurt me because they came in at half the prices my health club members were paying. So I was hit from two different angles, and I started looking for a way to innovate and do something different. And I bought into another business, and I opened up a second business because it was different from what they were offering. And long story short, that business did as much as my health club. So the two businesses together were doing very well, and I made the decision to expand to a new location and open 2 more. So I opened 3 new businesses at a time when businesses were falling apart, when people were failing, when people were filing bankruptcy, when people were losing their homes. I was investing in the growth of my company. And when we came through that recession, I had 4 businesses instead of 1. And there were businesses all around me that went away and went out of business, businesses even in the same industry. And I was able to not only survive through that, but I was able to thrive. And it also set me on the course to become great at business and great at marketing and great at sales and great at profitability and understanding business in a way I'd never understood it before. And it's why I'm actually a business coach and consultant today. Now, I was able to sell all 4 of those businesses for significant, huge profits down the road. And here's why I'm telling you this. You have opportunity now to take advantage of the marketplace. When I decided to expand those businesses or open, 2 additional businesses in a new location, I was able to take advantage of the downturned economy. I was able to get a great lease on a building for 3 years. I was able to secure several months free rent to get those businesses up and going. I was able to get low interest on a loan that helped us be able to do that, where the interest rates had been higher before. I was able to get some advertising and some marketing at discounted prices. There was so much opportunity and so many things that I was able to take advantage of because I was willing to step out, take the risk, and invest in my business at that time. And by the way, that's when I hired my first business coach, because I didn't want to risk everything that I had put out there and then fail or not have it work. And so I hired a business coach. She was brilliant. She taught me so much. I learned so much about business. I learned more in that recession period about how to be great in business and marketing and sales than all the other years I had been in business. So when I say you can come out of this stronger, thriving, you can. I've been there, I've done it, and I know you can do it too. And I've turned around businesses who were failing. And so it doesn't matter what the situation is. You are a small business owner, you're an entrepreneur, and you can create your own economy. That is an incredible thing. So I hope this is helpful for you. Look at the opportunities you have. Look at the things that are right in front of you that you could take advantage of right now to really have a thriving business. Now, I want to help you. If you need help in your business, if you want to look at ways you can be more profitable, I can look at the financials in a business and tell people where they can make shifts to actually start putting more money in their pocket right away. If you want me to look at your marketing and see what you're doing in your marketing and how you can optimize and maximize your marketing and your strategy, I can do that. If you want me to look at your sales process, I can do that. So whatever it is in your business that you feel like you're just maybe not up to speed and you can use some help, I want to invite you to book a call with me and let's just have a conversation. No sales pitch. I don't do that. We look at the opportunity, and then if you want my help, we'll discuss it. It's that simple. So if you want to book a sales call with me, I'm going to drop the link below the video. Book a call, book a strategy session. Let's look at your business. Let's talk about what's going on, and let's talk about how you can thrive in this tough time right now. And I want to invite you to please subscribe to my YouTube channel, where every week I bring new trainings just like this to help you as an entrepreneur and a business owner build a better business, a better bank account, and a better life from your business. I'm Carden. You have an amazing day. Bye-bye.